Now let's start in Class 7A Region 4.
Class 7A scores.
The James Clemens Jets looking to wrap up a region title tonight. All they would need is a Bob Jones loss. They would wrap it all up themselves. James Clemens at home tonight taking on Albertville. First things first, though, you have to get a win against the Aggies for that to even happen. And the James Clemens Jets soar big tonight. Chad McGahee and company, they roll 58-18 over Albertville. So James Clemens going to take home the Class 7A Region 4 title. So we move them to 5-1 in region play. Now, behind them, it is a mess. Bob Jones came into the night 4-1. Austin, Sparkman, Florence, they all enter the night 3-2 in region play. Huntsville 2-3, Grissom 1-4, Albertville, they will still be in search of that first region win. Bob Jones traveling to Austin tonight. Jeremy Perkins' squad. The Jeremy Perkins Black Bears of Austin have gotten better as the season has gotten along. They've come in tonight winners of 3 straight in region play. They were at home, and the Austin Black Bears looked ever so impressive tonight. They get a 49-22 win over Bob Jones. Austin entered the Class 7A polls this week at number 10, and they showed why. 49-22 Austin the win tonight. So that just really messes things up there in Class 7A Region 4. Bob Jones falls to 4-2. Austin falls to 4-2. So improves to 4-2, I should say. Austin now leapfrogs Bob Jones because of the tiebreak. So Bob Jones entered the night at number 2 in the region. Bob Jones was at home at the start of the night. Bob Jones will now fall down to the 3rd spot in the region standings, I believe. Yes, because James Clemens will be number 1. Sparkman is at home tonight taking on Huntsville. If Sparkman is able to get a win over Huntsville, Sparkman would become 4-2. Bob Jones, my bad. Bob Jones would still be at home tonight because they would have the tiebreaker over Huntsville. Over Bob Jones. Austin has the tiebreak over Bob Jones. Bob Jones has the tiebreak over Sparkman. So it's all a mess. It's all a mess for that 2, 3, and 4 spot. And I didn't make it any easier, or I didn't describe it any better. That just tells you how messy it is. But we will try to sort it out as the night goes along. We still are awaiting the Huntsville-Sparkman final, and we still are awaiting that Florence-Grissom final. You can join the program, 256-576-4977, throughout the night with your scores, reactions, or anything that you want to add to the program. Let's go to Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A Region 8 is where we turn our attention to. Gadsden City. They were on the road tonight taking on Lee over in beautiful Joe Davis Stadium there right in the heart of the Rocket City. And Gadsden City was in control of this one. Don't have the final yet, hasn't gone final. But we can tell you Gadsden City's in control of this one. They were well on their way to claiming that region title. So what would that mean? Well, Gadsden City would go to 5-0 in region play. Mae Jemison and Hazel Green. Hazel Green entertaining Mae Jemison tonight. We are keeping an eye on that one simply because that has a ton of playoff implications. Do have a final that has come across the desk right now. It goes back to Class 7A Region 4. Florence, a 31-7 winner tonight over Grissom. So Florence stays pace. They are now 4-2 in region play as well. So at the end of the night, you're going to have James Clemens, Bob Jones, Austin Sparkman, and Florence all in there trying to get one of those 4 playoff berths. We know James Clemens, they're the region champ. Bob Jones, Austin Sparkman, and Florence are going to be battling out for that 2, 3, and 4 spot. I'll tell you this, Sparkman will take on Florence next week. That game is going to be monster. All right, let's get back to our Class 6A scores. Buckhorn on the road tonight at Fort Payne. This one is important because Buckhorn was looking to earn a first-round home playoff game with a win. Would be their first time since 2005 to host a playoff game. Now, Fort Payne needed a win tonight. Why? Because if they slip up, the Wildcats could have fallen to 4th in the region. If they get a win, they get that number 2 spot. At home, they get a win tonight. Fort Payne does, 23-14 over the Buckhorn Bucks. Now, Buckhorn is in good shape to make the playoffs. That's not nothing lost there. Gadsden City, 5-0. Buckhorn now 3-2. Fort Payne 3-2. But Fort Payne will get that number 2 seed because of the tie break there with Buckhorn. If Lee cannot get the comeback, they will fall to 2-3 in region play. May Jemison and Hazel Green, that we mentioned that one is important because if May Jemison gets a win tonight over Hazel Green, they would move to 2-3 in the region. They own the tiebreak over Lee. That means the Lee Generals could miss the playoffs altogether if May Jemison is able to get that win tonight over Hazel Green. I told you we have got a lot at stake tonight. Let's go to Class 6A Region 7. The 7th-ranked team in Class 6A, the Hartselle Tigers, had their hands full tonight with the Decatur Red Raiders. They needed every minute of tonight's game to get the win. Decatur scored 12 unanswered points in the second half to pull within 1. Hartselle able to hold on tonight, 20-19 the final. 7th-ranked team in Class 6A, the Hartselle Tigers again victorious, 20-19. Muscle Shoals on the road tonight at Coleman. And Chad, do we have a final on Muscle Shoals in Coleman? I know that one was getting close.
Right now, that's still in the fourth quarter. We got Muscle Shoals over Coleman, 34-14.
All right, now, of course, Muscle Shoals, the 4th-ranked team in Class 6A. Athens, no problems with Columbia tonight. Athens gets the win, 49-14. So Athens, we put them in the books. They are 3-2 now in region play. Hartselle is 4-1. That Decatur loss was big because if Decatur had gotten the win, they had a shot. But your 4 teams in Class 6A, Region 7 that will go to the playoffs, Muscle Shoals, Hartselle, Athens, and Coleman. The seeding looks like Muscle Shoals is going to be that 1 seed. Hartselle is going to be the 2 seed. Athens and Coleman are going to be either 3 or 4, 4 and 3. I need to see how that tiebreak there. I need to see who got that regular season win between Athens and Coleman. Class 6A Region 6, Pinson Valley, Shades Valley. Do we have any score there in Class 6A Region 6? Huffman, Pell City.
Still 0-0 in the third quarter, it says.
I can tell you, though, the 2nd-ranked team in Class 6A, Clay Chalkville, on the road tonight. 9th ranks, Oxford. This one, a contest. Clay Chalkville gets the win, 28-14 over Oxford. That was for the Class 6A Region 6 title. Clay Chalkville moves to 5-0. Oxford falls to 4-1 on the year in region play, that is. All right, let's go to Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8 is where we draw our attention to Russellville. The Golden Tigers, they are and did not want to look ahead to next week. They will take on Fairview next week. Fairview and Russellville both started the night 4-0 and region play. Wins by both Fairview and Russellville would set up a winner-take-all region title matchup next week in the region finale. Russellville does their part. They get by Ardmore tonight 56-0. Fairview has to work a little bit, but they get by Lawrence County tonight 14-7. So that means next week, Fairview and Russellville will indeed have that winner-take-all game for the Class 5A Region 8 title. Lawrence County slips down to 4-2 in region play. East Limestone, 7 better than West Point tonight, 24-17. West Limestone 1-4 in region play. West Point now 1-4. Your 4 teams in that region, Fairview, Russellville, Lawrence County, and Brewer, all appear to be headed to the playoffs. We'll have to check on that 4th seed just to make sure Brewer is getting in. All right, Class 5A Region 7. Oh, boy, this one here. I tell you what, it's 9:47. Let's get a break in. Because when we come back, we'll pick it up with Class 5A Region 7. Some big scores there, and that region standing is a mess as well. This is the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. It's hunting and tailgate season and time to get serious about an F-150. We've got nearly 140 to choose from, and without a doubt, one of the best F-150 values on the road today is our STX package. You get 290 hard-working horses mated to a 10-speed transmission that'll take you everywhere, from that tree stand to downtown Tuscaloosa. Body-colored bumpers, halogen headlamps, 20-inch machined aluminum wheels, and lots of tech, like a rear-view camera with dynamic hitch assist, which you boaters and RVers will love. A 2023 Woody Anderson Ford F-150 STX packs a punch, but it doesn't cost you a bunch. You can drive one for $474 a month. That's a 36-month lease with $51.66 due at signing, 0 security deposit, just tax tag title, and your good credit. Offer ends October 31st. Call 539-9441 for complete details. Come test drive an F-150 STX today. Woody Anderson Ford, hope to see you soon.
Is your AC system or heating unit making those sounds that go bump in the middle of the night? Thomas here from Talon Heating and Air again. Thomas, you guys are just a phone call away from keeping those ghosts and goblins from causing nightmare problems.
That's right. We're offering a $59 special right now to do a heating tune-up. That's getting your air conditioner or your heater ready for the wintertime. We're also doing a free gas safety inspection along with that. So if you have gas in your home, we have Master Gas here on staff. We're certified with the state to take care of all your gas issues. So we're going to throw that in with that $59 tune-up.
And if you can get that tune-up now, it'll be ready to go once the cold temperature set in.
That's right. Yeah, all you have to do is give us a call at 256-503-4490. Visit us at our website, talenthvac.com. We'll be more than happy to get out there and get you tuned up.
One more time with the phone number.
256-503-4490.
Talent Heating and Air. Don't let those heating and cooling units go bump in the night.
AL cert number 21014.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat. And that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
The End Zone Sports Bar has done it again. This time, they're bringing their jumbo wings, handcrafted burgers, Tex-Mex, and New York-style pizza to the Midtown District with their new location on McMurtry Drive Northwest opposite the Target Plaza. Tuesdays at the End Zone means half-price burgers, and Wednesday is $1 jumbo wings all day long. The End Zone also features Sunday ticket for all your NFL viewing. The newest End Zone Sports Bar in the Midtown District on McMurtry near the Target Plaza. Get in the End Zone.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Just to touch on the chilly end of the spectrum as we head into the overnight, it's still not going to be that bad across the Tennessee Valley. We're dropping into the upper 40s. Some of us may only fall into the lower 50s. A mostly sunny sky for your Saturday. Really is going to be a fantastic weekend across the Tennessee Valley. Highs on Saturday climbing into the upper 70s. Some of us are actually looking at the lower 80s. Again, it's going to be quite fantastic. We drop into the low 50s through the overnight, early into Sunday morning. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover through Sunday afternoon. Still going to be a great day. Highs climbing into the low and mid 70s, dropping into the upper 40s through the overnight, early Monday morning. Plenty of sunshine Monday afternoon, temperatures hanging out in the mid 70s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Online at 977ESPN.com.
Stream them online.
Call in.
It's an important job, and it's an vital organization.
Tweet in and join in. We are 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Chad Guathney, Scott Tyson here with Chad Guathney, Brian Temple, and our slew of interns. We are up to about 15 tonight because everybody wants in on the playoff action. Everybody wants in, so we've got a ton of them in studio. They're everywhere tonight. And once again, we have failed to bring them food, but that's okay. That's okay.
They're always hungry.
They
Keep
are
them
always
hungry so they can work harder.
Yes. We need them to do scores because this is championship time. Region championships are being won, playoff berths being earned, and that is the case with Class 4A Region 8. Westminster Christian, a 36-29 winner tonight over Priceville. Wildcats are Class 4A Region 8 champions. AL.com's Jimmy Lay with us on the... No? I thought he was. Oh, okay.
We're waiting on him. Jimmy, call. Jimmy, we're waiting on the call.
I thought he said the phone rang. I thought that was...
Jimmy just waiting on the call.
I thought that was Jimmy Lay. Anyway, I set it all up beautifully.
We got to start getting... I'm sure we'll get some coaches too. But,
I'm going to blame one of the interns because I thought he handed me a note.
He must have ate a sandwich. He must have got a hold of some food. He's slacking.
Oh, anyway. All right. We mentioned Class 5A Region 7. That's where we stopped before the break, and we started that one because that was there were a lot of playoff implications there. Guntersville, at the start of the night, all they had to do was get a win over Arab, and they were going to be the Class 5A Region 7 champions. Guntersville, number 6 in Class 5A, at home tonight with Arab. Arab, though, 10 better than Guntersville tonight. 29-19 the final there. Arab 4-1. Guntersville falls to 3-1. Scottsboro gets a 49-28 win over Douglas. So Scottsboro moves to 4-1 in the region as well. So right now, you have Arab at 4-1, Scottsboro at 4-1, Guntersville 3-1, and we are just waiting the outcome of Sardis and Boaz in that region. So we'll sort it all out in what it means. Who's it? All right, now let's go out to the Woody Anderson Ford.
He heard us.
High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. He did hear us.
He heard
indeed.
the call.
Class 4A Region 8, Westminster, a 36-29 winner over Priceville. And Jimmy Lay from AL.com joining us. Jimmy, Westminster gets it done tonight, 36-29. They are the Region 8 champions.
Wow, what a game. You got to give it to Priceville. They had the perfect plan to bleed the clock, steal possessions. You know, they got the opening onside kick to steal possession there. And it just looked like in the third quarter they go up to 14 and looked like they had all the momentum and it was just going to go their way. But the Wildcat defense shut them out. They outscored them 22-0 the last 18 minutes of the game, and Brandon Mush scored a 7-yard touchdown run with only 16 seconds left in the game to give them the win, the region championship. And I got to tell you, it didn't look good for a while. Priceville was really playing well.
So Westminster does get the win. They will be for sure at home in round one of the playoffs. And Brandon Mush, though, now what is it? All-time yards moves up to third in the all-time yardage category?
Yeah, he hit. He had a little over 300 yards. I'm looking at it right now, and he had 4 touchdowns. So that gives him 171 total touchdowns, and puts him right at 12,700 total yards. So yeah, he's right there. And but here's the thing. I mean, they only had basically 2 possessions in the first half. I mean, just a crazy game the way that Priceville was playing it. I mean, here's a stat that you just hardly ever see. They were 6 out of 7 of getting on 4th down.
Wow.
Most teams, don't even go for it 7. But that's how desperate they were. They knew their only chance was to go for it on 4th down. So they're onside kicking every time. They're going for it on 4th down every time. Only 1 punt in the game. But Westminster gets the win, and they are region champs.
All right, Jimmy Lay with us, Mayo.com. Got a busy night tonight, Jimmy. I'm sure you got plenty of work ahead of you on this Friday. Thanks for calling in. That is the break right there. When we come back, as we always like to say, we're going to put the ball on the tee, put 60 minutes on the clock. We're going to count it down. We got 4 more quarters of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission, coming your way after this short timeout.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Don't let your back or neck pain get in the way. Get back to doing the things you love with the spine and neuro team from Huntsville Hospital. As the most experienced in the area, we have been improving lives in North Alabama for more than 50 years. Whether your favorite fishing hole is on Wilson Lake in the Shoals, Flint Creek, or Lake Gunnersville, Spine and Neuro is nearby to get you back to your best. Visit us online at spineandneuro.com to learn more.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Are you thinking about home improvements? Well, use your equity now and refi later. Or use your equity to eliminate consumer debt forever, then refi to a lower rate and shorter term when rates drop. North Alabama Mortgage can also help you if you're thinking about buying an investment property or a second home at the lake or the beach or in the mountains. We have great programs to make that happen. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
When you call most roofing companies,
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's your host, Scott Tyson.
Final from Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City, a 41-0 winner tonight over Lee. Want to welcome in everybody listening to the show on 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden, Anniston, 97.7 ESPN The Zone in Huntsville, and WLAY over in Florence, Muscle Shoals. Want to welcome everybody into the show tonight. 60 minutes on the clock. We are counting down 4 quarters of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show coming your way. We're going to be with you until 11 o'clock. Kind of looking at Class 5A Region 7. That one tonight, again, Scottsboro a 49-28 winner over Douglas. Arab a 29-19 winner over Gunnersville. That Class 5A Region 7 standings looks like a mess. Gunnersville has one more region game left next week against Sardis. Now, Scottsboro and Arab, they are done with region play. So they are in the clubhouse both at 4-1. This is where it gets interesting. Okay? Scottsboro beat Arab, but lost to Gunnersville. Arab beat Gunnersville, but lost to Scottsboro. Gunnersville beat Scottsboro, but lost to Arab. You're going to have 3 teams potentially tied at 4-1 in region play. So you'll have a 3-way tie for the region title. 2 teams are going to be at home in the playoffs. That's going to come down to, I believe, common opponents, or it's going to come down to some non-region games there, because that is just a weird split. That is Class 5A Region 7. Class 5A Region 6, Southside over Alexandria, 49-21. Leeds over Moody, 24-21. Number 3, Central Clay County over Beauregard, 29-7. In Class 4A, let's go to some 4A scores. We've not touched 4A yet.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Westminster Christian Academy over Priceville, 36-29. Randolph over New Hope, 49-7. Still on the lookout for St. John Paul II and DAR and North Jackson and Madison County. Class 4A Region 7, we want Wilson and Brooks. Wilson at home tonight against Brooks. We can't tell you Central of Florence over West Limestone, 48-21. And the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A, West Morgan over East Lawrence, 64-18. The Rebels just running away there with that Class 4A Region 7 title. Class 4A Region 6, Fultondale over Good Hope, 35-7. Cherokee County, the number 2 team in 4A, shuts out Etowah, 49-0. Aniana is on the road at Asheville tonight. We'll get you that final coming up here in a second.
We do have a final. Okay. Aniana was big, 63-39 over Asheville.
63-39, your final there. All right, we have got, let's go back to Class 6A. Class 6A Region 8 is where
Class
we're going to turn.
6A scores.
There we go. Going to turn our attention back to Class 6A. Again, Gaston City, a 41-0 winner tonight over Lee. A game that you heard right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The Fort Payne Wildcats, a 23-14 winner over Buckhorn. What does that win mean? Well, it means the Fort Payne Wildcats have earned themselves, and I say earn, the number 2 seed in the Class 6A Region 8. They will be at home for round 1 of the playoffs. We now go out to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline, and the head coach of the Fort Payne Wildcats, Chris Elmore, kind enough to join us on this Friday night. Coach, congratulations, and I had to say earn because you had to earn that one tonight against Buckhorn.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me, but no doubt we had to earn it. That's one of those games you hate to see the team lose. A lot of respect for Coach Patterson and his team. Thought they played very well, very hard. Unfortunately, their quarterback, Jack Root, got hurt in the second half, and I'm sure that affected them. I hate to see that happen to anybody, and hopefully he'll be okay. And, definitely wasn't something we were trying to do, just, I guess, part of the game. And but that obviously affected them a little bit in the second half. But it was a tough game, and they did a great job defensively and never really could get a rhythm offensively. But I thought we played well enough all night to win on defense and made just enough plays there in the fourth quarter to win it.
Yeah, Buckhorn, I mean, they can get you with that running game or the timely pass. How were you able to kind of defensively change the outcome there in the second half?
Well, we've struggled all year on defense. A lot of people have questioned what we're doing, who we're doing it with, how we're doing it, whatever you want to say. And but our kids have continued to show up each week and try to get better, and our coaches will keep coaching them. And I thought tonight we played more to our potential and had a lot of guys make a lot of good plays on defense and gave up a couple long pass plays in the first half to their receiver. He's a great player. But, other than that, I thought really played really solid all night on defense and made some key fourth down stops when we had to.
Who kind of stood out to you in your mind? I know you haven't had a chance to watch all the film, but or any of the film, I should say, but who kind of stood out to you tonight offensively and defensively?
Defensively, I thought Tyler Wooden made a ton of plays for us, one of our senior linebackers. And what's great about Tyler is 3 weeks ago he was playing outside linebacker, and we were struggling a little bit, and we were looking for some answers, and so we switched him and Bennett Blanks. Bennett went from inside backer to outside backer, and then Tyler went inside, which he's never played, and probably undersized to play it, but never complained, never, a lot of times these days kids will be worried about themselves, not the team, and he just wants to do what's best for the team, and he jumped in there at inside linebacker and competed every down, and he made a lot of big plays tonight, and thought Mason Chandler, sophomore defensive end for us, had a lot of big plays as well, and so did our other defensive end, Lucas Talent, and Lucas is undersized, and about 170 pounds, and he doesn't necessarily look the part, but he does his assignment and does his job, and both those guys had some big plays for us. And then Carter and Tinker and Bennett Blanks continue to be leaders for us over there on defense, and they made several plays as well. So it was definitely a group effort, but I thought Tyler Wooden had a really, really impressive game just from looking at it from the sidelines.
Fort Payne head coach Chris Elmore joining us. Coach, the outcome tonight gives you a first-round home playoff game. That's the best feeling.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously 2 weeks ago felt like we maybe had put ourselves in a bad hole when we went over to Lee and lost to them. And, of course, give them all the credit. Coach had a great plan that night, and they beat us fair and square. But we kind of walked away feeling like maybe we let one go there that night. And so to be able to come back and win the last two and get a little help from Buckhorn last week to get back in the 2 seed was a big deal. And our kids are excited about it. And, we're obviously very happy to be hosting a playoff game. And now we just got to try to get better these next 2 weeks and see if we can be playing at a high level on both sides of the ball, here in 3 weeks.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, that was Fort Payne head coach Chris Elmore on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Hey, we've got a fantastic ball game brewing out in Harvest. Huntsville and Sparkman tied at 21 in overtime. We go out there to hear that game here in just a little bit. They're in a commercial right now, so we're going to hold off. When we come, we are going to go out to Harvest here in just a minute and check in on that one. Huntsville and Sparkman tied at 21, and we'll see if we can get you a final on that one here in just a second, or we're going to get you out there live in just a minute. We do want to run down some other scores. I'm just going to run down some scores here real fast. Vinemont a winner over Danville tonight, 32-19. Austin over Bob Jones, 49-22. Athens over Columbia, 49-14. Here we go. We are going to go out now. I want to go out to Harvest. Joe and John Abraham on the call. You can hear this one on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 4. If you have their app downloaded, you can listen to the whole thing. Here's a little snippet.
A defensive back, Ramon White, makes an amazing play to step in front of an out route
to
from Josh Ward.
Amar Jabbar, too.
And nearly returns it for a touchdown. Instead, he's tackled, and then the field goal attempt to win the game is blocked. So Sparkman will start first on offense. They'll put the ball at the 10-yard line, and they'll have 4 downs to get into the end zone. They hand it off to Coleman. He's going to pick his way over the right side, and he's into the end zone for a Senator 6. First play of overtime.
Just able to bounce off of the offensive line, get around a few of the defense, and Jack Coleman able to get into the end zone on the first play of overtime. 27-21, pending the extra point. And next up, we'll get to see if Huntsville is able to return it. And honestly, I'll say this, Joe, after the extra point from Christian Burris.
Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good.
I'll say this. This is where Sparkman has strived for a lot of this game, except for late in the fourth quarter. In the red zone, this is exactly kind of what
they definitely have the advantage, as Huntsville has struggled to get the ball into the end zone. Now, they gained some confidence, so we'll see if they're able to hold that over into overtime. Again, 4 untimed downs. McClung brings his team to the line in a bunch set. He's going to throw to the outside. On the far side, it's complete and then run out of bounds.
Yeah, that was pretty much just chair routes from the wide receiver. You see the slot wide receiver doing a 7-yard corner. And then obviously the reception was made by number 3, Garner Farrell, just doing the 5-yard out. And now
heavy set. They give it off over the left side, and it's Marlon Jones down to the 1. So it'll be 3rd down. They keep the heavy set on the field. You got to expect either Jones or McClung. And it is Jones.
He stopped.
And it's going to be 4th down and goal from the 1.
And that's what I'm saying. Defensive line has been able to kind of just do what they want with Huntsville for a majority of this game, especially in the red zone. And now you see coaches pushing the Sparkman team kind of off to the sideline a little bit more because they're getting a little too intense. You don't want to cause any penalties in this situation. So now, possibly the play of the game.
Heavy set formation. McClung under center, gives it off. Coming near side and into the end zone for the touchdown is Marlon Jones.
So now, the extra point.
Remember, on the last drive, Sparkman was able to block the field goal that would have won Huntsville the game. 28-27. The snap, the hold, the kick is up and good.
All right, we're going to get you back out to Sparkman and Huntsville. They are headed to double overtime, but I do want to run down some more scores for you real fast before we get you back out to Harvest. So let's go to Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
All right, this is Class 3A Region 8. We go. The top-ranked team in Class 3A, number 1 ranked Mars Hill, Lauderdale County. This one for the region title. Both teams coming in perfect. It would be Lauderdale County tonight, getting the win over Mars Hill Bible. 20-14, your final there. Lauderdale County goes to 5-0 in region play. Mars Hill Bible falls to 5-1. Class 3A Region 7, JB Pennington over Susan Moore. That is huge for the Madison Academy Mustangs. They get a 74-0 win tonight over Brindley Mountain. That win there gives Madison Academy a share of the Class 3A Region 7 title. They will take on Susan Moore next week. It was a winner-take-all game next week, but that's not going to be the case now. Madison Academy already now with a share of the region title. All right. I know, let's see here. We are 10-14. We're just going to hold here because we are going to go back out to Harvest here in just a second. They are getting ready for double overtime between Huntsville and Sparkman. 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 4. Joe and John Abraham on the call. We're going to go back out there in just a second. Vinemont over Danville, 32-19. Class 3A Region 6, it was Plainview over Westbrook Christian. 7th-ranked team in 3A, Sylvania, winner over Hoax Bluff, 28-21. 8th-ranked Geraldine over Piedmont, 42-27. Class 3A Region 4, Walter Welborn over Weaver, 48-27. It was Randolph County over Beulah, 50-29. Class 2A is Sheffield over Tharptown, 46-20. It was Sandrock over Eider, 34-0. The big showdown tonight in Class 2A, 3rd-ranked Pisgah, 3rd-ranked Fife, 56-42. Fife over Pisgah, 56-42. Class 2A Region 6, it was West End over Cleveland, 34-20. Isabella, 35-28 over Vincent. BB Comer over Central Coosa, 59-7. All right, let's get you back out to Harvest as we begin the second overtime between Huntsville and Sparkman.
Out of bounds. It'll be second down for Huntsville.
Sports Commission. My bad. My bad, Sports Commission. Don't come after me.
Huntsville Sports Commission.
Yep. Powered by. You got to say powered. You can't say
powered by.
Sponsored or anything like that. Drew's going to be upset with me on that one because he said that earlier on today on the show. So
McClung with two receivers to either side of the set. Second down from the 10-yard line. He floats it over the middle. It's complete.
No, it
but
is
the
incomplete.
Ball is knocked loose.
Wyvez Ponder.
And now a flag comes in.
Oh, come on.
After the play.
Now the wide receiver is still down.
And another flag comes in.
Now. You can't, and another one. And I mean, what else are you supposed to do in that situation when it's, it could possibly be the game? Wyvez Ponder comes up and makes the biggest hit I've ever seen on the would-be wide receiver. I believe it was it number 3?
But here's the thing. They didn't throw the flag initially. The back judge waited until he looked at the kid on the ground and realized that he was hurt and said, he got hurt. Yeah. I guess I'm going to call this. He wasn't going to call it. He was not going to call that.
It was a hell of a hit, though. But again, you got to kind of question whether or not targeting was involved, head-to-head. It looked like a solid hit to kind of break up the reception. It's not number 3 that's down. It might be. I'm not going to even say any names until I see him stand up because I don't want to scare any mothers out there.
Well, so here's the thing, too. Not only did they get called for the hit, but they also get called for 2 unsportsmanlike conducts after because Sparkman's players were so upset, and this is a trend the last 3 weeks, that officials in their games have decided.
And he's fine, too.
The games.
It's number 17. That's who I thought it was.
He got the wind knocked out
Jack
of him.
Carter, yeah. And, I mean, again, that's the guy, he's a very speedy wide receiver.
He's 135 pounds. The kid is going to get thrown around like a rag doll.
Yeah, I got to throw some respect his way for staying up and having a strong game. But right there, refs just trying to impede on Sparkman football yet again. And, I hate to really throw the blame on the refs. And that was a nasty-looking hit. But, again, the refs.
It was not helmet to helmet. It was shoulder to shoulder. It was a terrific hit. So Sparkman will get the half the distance, and then half the distance again. So instead of being at the 10-yard line, it is now at the 2-yard line.
I don't know why these teams don't start from the 25-yard line in overtime. I don't understand. 10 yards, I mean, you saw how easy Sparkman was able to kind of get in there. Oh, jeez. Fans are not happy with that one. I'm not happy with that one. I don't think you're happy with it, the way you got your face looking right now.
No, I don't like it.
You look fine, though. But just big hit by Wyvez Ponder, and he's having to come out after that. I mean, it's been a long game for him. Him, Donovan DeBose, I mean, you see Jaden Chambers. I mean, all these guys playing their hearts out, and a lot of it just for naught.
Funny thing is, they've still got second down on the box. They give it off, and of course, Marlon Jones is going to walk into the end zone basically untouched because of the calls just being so demoralizing. The defense is just like, it doesn't matter what we do.
Yeah, you can see Wyvez extremely upset.
Well, it was a terrific play.
Yeah.
Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. So, Huntsville leads now 35-28. Sparkman's offense will go back out onto the field and try and tie it up. We're in the second overtime.
Something Huntsville's familiar with. Of course, they played up against Florence last week went into second overtime where they lost 23-21. Now Sparkman, it's their turn to be on offense. Scores 35-28. Huntsville is leading it here in double overtime.
Amari Jabbar split wide to the near side. Ward with Jock Coleman in the backfield to his left. Two receivers to the top of the set. And Ward will keep it on first down. He'll keep it himself. And
I think he might have lost the ball.
It's very possible.
Oh my gosh.
Huntsville thinks that they have it. And they do. So Huntsville wins the game.
Joe, I'm speechless. It's almost like there's a hex on this team to not be able to get to 6 wins. But, I mean, right now, that's just a tough one right there. That one hurts 10 times worse than the James Clemens loss, than the Bob Jones loss. That one right there is the type of win that'll change the entire mentality of a football team. It's the type of loss that would change the entire mentality of the Sparkman Senators. And these players are already trying to walk off the field.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm this coaching staff for Sparkman, I take the team to the locker room and get them off the field. Number one. Number two, I will say this. As far as it being a heartbreaking loss, and again, the way that the game, and I don't understand the play call. If you're going to do that again, I go back to put Jaden Scott in the game at quarterback.
I mean, Josh Ward's found success with this game, but Jaden Scott overall this whole season, and they're not even going to shake hands at the middle of the field. And honestly, if I were the coaches, I would stop Sparkman from getting over there. And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a tussle. It looks like well, now they're all trying to run into that. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Oh, my gosh. That's an upsetting one.
Both teams
they're throwing hands
going
over
at
there.
it now.
And that's on the coaches. You got to be able to keep your team. I mean, I understand you don't want to shake the team's hand at the middle of the field. I don't know how many times we've had to see this.
Huntsville came running onto the field and
they threw trash. There was trash being thrown. This Huntsville team has been doing this type of stuff all season. We've talked about it plenty of times. Mark Fleetwood needs to get this team under wraps. I don't care if they came back from this game, but it was a respectable win, and it was a demoralizing win if you're Sparkman, but still. Huntsville
they literally came onto the field in front of Sparkman's sideline and threw a bunch of trash on the field. Huntsville's coaches had to come out and pick it up.
Mark Fleetwood was picking up the trash. Oh my gosh.
So the way that the stadium here, if you've not been to Sparkman Senators,
it's like freaking Michigan.
There is a single gate that both teams go through. It's been that way since I was here. And so Huntsville started making their way off to our right. And Sparkman, a few of Sparkman's players were headed in that direction as well.
I mean, they were ready to do some work. I mean, you could tell that some of the Sparkman players.
Well, there was.
All right, there you go. That was Huntsville and Sparkman. Double overtime win for the Huntsville Crimson Panthers tonight. Let's get a break in here. When we come back, more Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Greengate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
It's time to get ready for game day. That means Alabama football and tailgating. Whether you're tailgating at home or at Bryant-Denny, visit Brooks & Collier for North Alabama's largest selection of premium grills and smokers like Big Green Egg, Blaze, Delta Heat, Memphis, and Traeger. Satisfy any palate with our wall of rubs and seasonings. For all your tailgating needs, visit Brooks & Collier at 813 Meridian Street or at brooksandcollier.com. An Alabama tradition for over 75 years. Roll Tide.
Are you tired of power outages disrupting your life? It's time for a Generac standby generator from Current Electrical. Storms may rage outside, but inside your family's powered up. So why choose Current Electrical for your generator needs? 1, we offer a wide range of models to suit every budgeted energy requirement. 2, our project managers handle every step of the process: power, gas, permitting, and inspections. 3, our certified technicians install your generator with precision, ensuring peace of mind. Don't wait for the next blackout. Call 256-880-1880 or visit us online at GenSuperstore.com.
Guys, music can inspire us. Let the concert quality sound system at Zoom Indoor Cycling help push you harder than you ever thought possible. No matter if you're a beginner or an experienced rider, you'll ride top-of-the-line Stages SC3 bikes as the most talented instructors in North Alabama motivate you to reach your goals.
You can do it!
Guys, time to find out what you're made of. Challenge your friends or just challenge yourself and get in shape at Zoom Indoor Cycling. Visit ZoomHSV.com to find out more. $2 specialty shoe rental per ride for new riders.
Listen each Friday to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
To the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. And before the break, you were listening to Huntsville and Sparkman there. For our Huntsville audience on 97.7 ESPN The Zone 4, they were listening to that one as well. We shared it with you over our airwaves. Huntsville gets a double overtime win tonight over Sparkman, 35-28. Mae Jemison, that's a final that we were waiting on. Mae Jemison gets a 19-14 win over Hazel Green tonight. That win there means Gadsden City is your 1 seed. Buckhorn and Fort Payne with their win tonight, they move into the 2 seed. Buckhorn slips down to the 3 seed. And Mae Jemison, virtue of their Lee win earlier in the year, will move up to the 4th seed. Lee will be at home for the playoffs after a fantastic start to the season. All right, Class 4A Region 8 we go. We already heard from Jimmy Lay tonight as Westminster Christian wins the Class 4A Region 8 title with a 36-29 win over Priceville. St. John Paul, a 65-5 winner over DAR. North Jackson, 38-20 over Madison County tonight. The other one, Randolph, a 49-7 winner over New Hope. That means the Raiders will be at home for round 1 of the playoffs, virtue of that win tonight. And one Trudy Arman, who was on the call for our Huntsville audience on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3, joining us now in studio as well. And Randolph, a 49-7 winner.
Yeah, it was a good night for the Raiders. And all year, the kind of mantra for this group, Scott, has been second half. And, New Hope is coached by Tyler Johnson, former HHS Crimson Panther and the son of Hoss Johnson. He's doing a good job. Second year there, they were really scrappy in the first half. They got a young sophomore, Leighton Pohl, who's really an electric player, and he had a 10-yard touchdown run, and it was two William Collins 11-yard runs had the Raiders ahead 14-0. But that run right there got New Hope back in the ball game, and it was a 14-7 game at half, and it was anybody's game. But what the mark of this team for Randolph has been all year, Scott, has been second half adjustments by Jeremy Matthews' defense, and then Coach David Lloyd figuring out the formula. First play of the second half following a penalty, 75 yards to the house for William Mitchell on a zone read. Jalen Milrow could learn a lot from, and he took it to the house to score a touchdown, and that put the Raiders up 21-7. And then they did a great job of getting a stop. And then Rowan Campbell had a 10-yard, the senior, 10-yard touchdown catch on a really nice little out route in the corner of the end zone to put them up 28-7. And then it was just the rest of the half, and it was just a domination. The defensive line controlled the line of scrimmage. They were striking people up front, Coach Sauce's defensive line, and they dominated the line of scrimmage. And then you saw Graham Beatty, who had a really nice game, go in from 7 yards out. And then William Collins kind of had an explanation point on his final regular season home game as a senior. Great player for the Raiders, a 4-year starter, Scott, and he had a 42-yard touchdown run. Also probably had 10-plus tackles on D, and then a final one, Theo Reichauer with a 7-yard catch. And so that kind of closed out the scoring for a 49-7 win. But it was a really nice performance. And then now they've got two really challenging games. And I know you've been going over the region standings tonight. There's a lot at stake still for Randolph. They're going to be playing against Priceville, who had that heartbreak against Westminster tonight. Westminster winning that 4A Region 8 title. But the next week's game at Priceville will be for the 2 seed, for a home game. That Priceville beat Randolph for the region title last year, so these teams really respect each other. But going to be a lot at stake. The winner of that game next week will host a playoff game. All three are in the tournament as far as Westminster, Priceville, and Randolph. But Randolph, if they can win that road game next week, which won't be easy in that environment, but if they can get it done and put together 4 good quarters, they can get a home playoff game. But really good senior night tonight for Randolph. That second half, 35-0, and their seniors went out on top at home. But they'd like to get another playoff game at Sports Med Field, but going to have to earn it next week on the road at Priceville.
So Westminster Christian, Randolph, and Priceville, they are headed to the playoffs. We know that. The question is, who's going to be that 4th seed? North Jackson 3-3, St. John Paul 3-3. Right now, New Hope 2-4. So there is a battle for that 4th and final playoff spot there in Class 4A Region 8.
There is, and I believe JP2 beat them earlier in the regular season. They beat North Jackson, so head-to-head. So JP2 is just going to have to win out, man. They kind of control their own destiny right now, and it's kind of a log jam at the bottom for that 4 spot. But JP2 has played outstanding the last 2 weeks. They've averaging over 60 points a game, Scott. They scored 60 on New Hope last week, and I think you said they scored 65 tonight against DAR. So JP2 playing their best football right now.
They have Madison County next week. Does St. John Paul. North Jackson next week will take on DAR. So that's the final region games for both North Jackson and St. John Paul. So it's going to come down to the final region week to see who gets in the playoffs there in Class 4A Region 8. All right, let's get a break in. When we come back, more of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high, but so is average consumer debt? Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Valley Equipment Rental has grown by leaps and bounds over the past year and is adding more and more equipment to their already impressive fleet. Valley is a locally owned family equipment rental business serving the entire Tennessee Valley. They concentrate on the local contractors, building repeat business and specializing in long-term rentals for their local contractors. The benefit of long-term rental is that they stay on top of their assets. If something you own goes down in the field, you have to stop and fix it before you can finish the job. With Valley Equipment Rental, they will fix it on site or bring you another machine while that one's being fixed. More importantly, Valley is locally owned and operated, which means when you have an issue, you can get someone on it right away, right here in the Valley. Heck, ask for Ross Roberts, the owner, if you like. Try calling one of the big box national outlets and asking for the owner. That's if you can even get through the automation. Buy local. Buy Valley Equipment Rental. Valley Equipment Rental has 2 locations, one on the North and South Parkway. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
The Huntsville Sports Commission is driven by you, driven by those with grit, determination, and a goal to succeed. This is why we do what we do. The Huntsville Sports Commission promotes an enhanced quality of life in the Huntsville area through sports. We work hard to make sure those who come to Huntsville to compete have all they need to be the best they can be. The Huntsville Sports Commission. We do sports. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org. Guys, music can inspire us. Let the concert quality sound system at Zoom Indoor Cycling help push you harder than you ever thought possible. No matter if you're a beginner or an experienced rider, you'll ride top-of-the-line Stages SC3 bikes as the most talented instructors in North Alabama motivate you to reach your goals.
You can do it!
Guys, time to find out what you're made of. Challenge your friends or just challenge yourself and get in shape at Zoom Indoor Cycling. Visit ZoomHSV.com to find out more. $2 specialty shoe rental per ride for new riders.
Listen to the Bama Recap Show each Sunday morning at 11, presented by Freedom Marine Center on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back in to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Hey, the calendar does read again, October 20th. Tonight, several teams wrapped up region play across North Alabama. Next week, there are several teams that will play one region game for a spot to go to the playoffs. That simple. Win, you're in. St. John Paul II, the Falcons could be a part of that. One. My mic is on. Yeah, my mic is on. St. John Paul II in that equation. The Falcons could soar into the playoffs next week with a win over Madison County. Why? Well, because tonight they got a 65-5 win over DAR. That moves them to 3-3 in region play, and that puts them in the thick of things for that Class 4A Region 8 title. And
we've got some clarification on the playoffs in 4A Region 8 here.
Just send that to me. We're live producing this.
Yeah,
just
we
send
are.
that. Just
We're
send
doing
that.
the best we can here.
Just send that to me.
I'm an intern.
He's one of the
One of
50
the
interns.
interns.
All right. Let's get back out there. Chad O'Melia with us, head coach of the St. John Paul II Falcons with us. Coach, congratulations, first of all, on the win tonight.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on the air. Really, really excited to get to talk to you guys.
Well, Coach, take us through it. Your offense explodes for 65 points, 65 points tonight. You get 68 points last week in a win over New Hope. 42 weeks before that. This offense is rolling right now.
Yeah, honestly, we've kind of put it together. We always knew we had the pieces in place, and I got to give a shout out to the defense. We've scored really 2 weeks in a row. A lot of the offensive production has either been because the defense has managed to score itself, or they've given us the opportunity to have the short field and score. And so Coach Bump's doing a great job as the DC, getting them ready to play, and we're just playing dominant football all the way around.
Well, Coach, you score 65 points. Something has to stand out offensively. Who kind of stood out to you tonight? Obviously, the offensive line had to be playing well, whether it be the running game or the passing game, to give you guys time.
Well, honestly, our line has played great. We've got a bunch of older hats up front. We start 3 seniors, and they kind of lead the way, I think, just like on every football team. They do a great job. They're really technical. And honestly had a good balance. We threw the ball some, had some success there. And really 2 weeks in a row, the part that's finally got me excited is that we've run the ball well. My history at Birmingham Southern, we were top 5 in the country running the football. And then the first couple of games this year, we looked like we were running the air raid. And so it was good to finally get back to my roots of, hey, listen, we run the football and we run it well, and we're going to dominate the line of scrimmage, and that leads to the win. So glad to finally be running the ball pretty well.
And then, you guys, with the win tonight, you put yourself in position next week. It's always great when you have 2 games left in the season and you control your own destiny as far as getting to the playoffs.
Well, honestly, I don't know all the playoff rules. I hope you guys are right that we control our own destiny.
Yeah, so here is what I know, okay? And this is what I know, and I'll share this with you. If Randolph beats Priceville and JP2, you guys can beat Madison County next week, then Elkmont in an out-of-region game, it'll give you the 3 seed via the tiebreaker. North Jackson would be the 4th seed since they got by Priceville. Priceville would be out of the playoffs.
Well, that would be awesome news. The bottom line is you try not to focus too much on the week ahead or the week ahead or the week ahead. Ultimately, this does sound like coach speak, but it's the truth. You've got to focus on what is the next rep. For us, we'll come in Monday morning at 6 a.m. and we'll lift weight. And, how do we go about lifting weights? Do you cheat reps? Do you cut it short, or do you understand, hey, listen, there's no such thing as small details. They're all details. They all matter. They're all equally important, and they're all the next rep. And so, we've got an opportunity to go out there and do the next rep and do the next rep and do the next rep. And we've shown the last 2 weeks, when we do that, when we control our controllables, we've put up, 65 points plus 2 weeks in a row, and we've played pretty good defense. So I feel like if we do that, we're not a team you're going to play. I can't imagine that anybody looks at that and goes, oh, yeah, those guys that are averaging 70 points a game the last 5 games of the season, we want to play them. So hopefully we keep that up and get it rolling into the playoffs.
All right, Chad O'Melia, head coach of the JP2 Falcons with us. Coach, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the success late in the season. You now have won 3 out of your last 4. And good luck next week in the region finale.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Chad O'Melia from St. John Paul II with us. His Falcons soared tonight in a big way, 65-5 over DAR. Okay, I want to stay in Class 4A real fast. Do we have Brooks and Wilson from Class 4A Region 7? Do we have a final there from Brooks and Wilson?
Yeah, Brooks was a big winner, 63-28 over Wilson.
Okay, 63-28. And what about Deschler and Rogers?
Yes, Deschler was also a winner, 28-19 over Rogers.
Okay, so that means now in Class 4A Region 7, Brooks is a winner. Central of Florence over West Limestone tonight, 48-21. Deschler over Rogers, 28-19. Fifth-ranked team in 4A, West Morgan, cruises past East Lawrence, 64-18. In Class 4A Region 6, Fultondale over Good Hope, 35-7. Cherokee County, the second-ranked team in 4A, no problems with Etowah, 49-0. Aniana over Asheville, 63-39. Class 4A Region 5, it was Haleyville over Hamilton, 46-21. Oak Grove over Cordova, 42-21. In 4A Region 4, Handley over Cleburne County, 38-14. Anniston blanking Talladega tonight, 54-0 there. All right, 10:46. I tell you what, let's get that final break in. I got us back on track. We're back on track. When we come back, we're going to do it fourth quarter, final quarter of our Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show coming your way right after the break.
Did you know that Valley Equipment Rental also specializes in day and weekend rentals to homeowners? The weekend rentals is by far the best deal that they offer. If you pick up after 2 on a Friday or anytime Saturday morning, it's not due in until Monday morning before 8 a.m. for a one-day charge. For a small fee, Valley can even haul anything they carry. Valley has extremely experienced and knowledgeable staff that can help you decide what size machine you need or what type of machine you need to get your job done like a pro. They have all the big items that the contractors need for their jobs, but they also carry the small tools that can help you with your DIY project. More importantly, Valley is locally owned and operated, which means when you have an issue, you can get someone on it right away, right here in the Valley. Heck, ask for Ross Roberts, the owner, if you like. Try calling one of the big box national outlets and ask for the owner. That's if you can even get through the automation. Buy local. Buy Valley Equipment Rental. Valley Equipment Rental has 2 locations, one on the North and South Parkway. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. If you've been injured and need a lawyer right now, do you know who you really get?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. You want to talk to your lawyer. My clients talk to me.
And me. I'm attorney Justin Lackey. We're the ones that you talk to.
And we're the ones who handle your personal injury case.
And we'll take care of it.
The Lackey Law Firm. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Green Gate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Don't let your back or neck pain get in the way. Get back to doing the things you love with the spine and neuro team from Huntsville Hospital. As the most experienced in the area, we have been improving lives in North Alabama for more than 50 years. Whether your favorite fishing hole is on Wilson Lake in the Shoals, Flint Creek, or Lake Gunnersville, Spine and Neuro is nearby to get you back to your best. Visit us online at spineandneuro.com to learn more.
This is Eli Gold, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Join us every week for Alabama football right here.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scott Tyson, Chad Guatney, Brian Temple, and a slew of interns with you on a Friday night. We've had a fantastic show for you because we have got scores, we have got playoff implications, we've got all kinds of stuff. But I tell you what we've not been able to do all night, and that is go from 7A to 1A and just bring you the scores. We've gotten a ton of scores out there, but we have not run them all down from start to finish. And what better time to do it than the present? So let's hit you with some Class 7A scores.
Class 7A scores.
Class 7A Region 4, a double overtime contest out in Harvest tonight. Huntsville gets a win 35-28 in double overtime. James Clemens over Albertville 58-18. Florence over Grissom 31-7. Austin over Bob Jones 49-22. Austin now 10th ranked in Class 7A. Class 6A we go.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A Region 8, Gaston City blanking Lee 41-0. Hazel Green, May Jemison a 19-14 win tonight on the road over Hazel Green. Fort Payne over Buckhorn 23-14. Class 6A Region 7, 7th ranked Hartzell would survive a thriller tonight over Decatur 20-19. The Red Raiders would outscore Hartzell 12-0 in the second half to pull this poll within one. 4th ranked Muscle Shoals over Coleman tonight 33-14. And it was Athens over Columbia 49-14. Class 6A Region 6, Chad, Pinson Valley, Shades Valley. What do we know?
Pinson Valley was a winner 27-18 over Shades.
And then Huffman and Pell City.
Pell City blanked Huffman 69-0.
All right, Clay Chalkville, your second-ranked team in Class 6A, taking on 9th-ranked Oxford. Clay Chalkville a winner tonight, 28-14. Let's go to Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
Class 5A Region 8, Russellville over Ardmore 56-0. Fairview over Lawrence County 14-7. Russellville and Fairview will meet next week for the region title. East Limestone over West Point 24-17. Class 5A Region 7, Scottsboro over Douglas 49-28. Arab 29-19 over Gunnersville. Gunnersville number 6 in Class 5A. Sardis and Boaz, have we got a final there?
Yes, Boaz was a winner 35-21 over Sardis.
All right, Class 5A Region 6, Lincoln County and St. Clair County.
Yeah, St. Clair County was a winner 18-11 over Lincoln.
And then Southside over Alexandria 49-21. Leeds over Moody 24-21. Class 5A Region 4, need a little help here. Tallahassee and Sylacauga.
Sylacauga was 10 better, 38-28 over Tallahassee.
38-28 final there. And then Valley and Elmore County.
Elmore County 27, Valley 14.
All right, Central Clay County, number 3 ranked over Beauregard 29-7. Let's go to Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
It is Westminster Christian Academy winning the Class 4A Region 8 title thanks to a 36-29 win over Priceville. St. John Paul II over DAR 65-5. Randolph over New Hope 49-7. And North Jackson over Madison County 38-20. Class 4A Region 7, Brooks over Wilson 63-28. Central over West Limestone 48-21. It's Deschler over Rogers, 28-19. 5th-ranked West Morgan over East Lawrence, 64-18. Class 4A Region 6, Fultondale over Good Hope, 35-7. Cherokee County blanks Etowah, 49-0. Of course, Cherokee County, your second-ranked team in Class 4A. Aniana over Asheville, 63-39. Class 4A Region 5, Hamilton over Haleyville, Haleyville over Hamilton, 46-21. What about Northside and Dora?
Dora was a winner 41-27 over Northside.
And then Curry and Corner.
Corner was big over Curry, 64-7.
And then we got Oak Grove over Cordova, 42-21. Class 4A Region 4, Munford and White Plains.
Munford was a winner 36-28 over White Plains.
And then you got Handley over Cleburne County, 38-14. Anniston blanking Talladega, 54-0. How about some Class 3A scores?
Class 3A scores.
Top-ranked Mars Hill goes down tonight. Lauderdale County wins the region thanks to a 2014 win over Mars Hill. Phil Campbell and Colbert Heights.
Phil Campbell was the winner, 32-27 over Colbert Heights.
And then Colbert County and Clements.
55-13, Colbert County over Clements.
Class 3A Region 7, J.B. Pennington 28-7 over Susan Moore. Madison Academy 74-0 winners over Brindley Mountain. Madison Academy wins a share of that region title. Vinemont over Danville 32-19. It is Westbrook Christian over Plainview 42-35. Sylvania over Hoax Bluff 28-21. Geraldine over Piedmont 42-27. Walter Welborn over Weaver 48-27. Randolph County over Beulah 50-29. Class 2A we go.
Class 2A scores.
All right, Sheffield over Tharptown 46-20. Tanner over Red Bay 46-14. Tanner wins the 2A Region 8 title. Lexington over Hatton 28-26. Class 2A Region 7, Sandrock over Eider 34-0. Fife, they're going to win the region title. This one was a shootout, 56-42 over Pisgah tonight. That's a third-ranked team for both. And then Collinsville over Whitesburg Christian, 55-14. Oh, how about this? Winners, West End in Class 2A. Isabella's a winner. B.B. Comer's a winner. Meek's a winner. Hackleburg's a winner. Addison is a winner. Valley Head's a winner. Decatur Heritage is a winner. Coosa Christian's a winner. Wadley's a winner. We're all winners. Week 8 of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Yeah, Week 8. So several teams tonight played their final region game, played their 9th game of the season. Several teams will play their 9th game of the season next week. Several teams will be off next week. Several teams got a bye. Some are going to play non-region contests. Some are going to put their region titles on the line. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here next week.
Guys, music can inspire us. Let the concert quality sound system at Zoom Indoor Cycling help push you harder than you ever thought possible. No matter if you're a beginner